Hey guys, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. So I have a guitar here which has been making the rounds on all of the guitar YouTube channels. This is the ENYA Inspire Smart Guitar. And I want to say right at the beginning here that this guitar is way cooler than I thought it would be. Because on the surface here, it's an electric guitar with a built-in speaker. And that's pretty cool, but other companies have done that in the past. And, you know, I don't know, it's kind of gimmicky, right? Oh, it's a guitar, it's an electric guitar with an amplifier built in, so you can play and be walking around and no cables, and it's just amplified from the guitar. That's cool, but it almost makes it seem like a toy, like not a serious guitar. And it's got all the other modern touches, like an app on your phone that connects to your guitar, so you can change all these different sound presets and that kind of stuff. And yeah, like I said, it's a cool idea, but you can see how people might dismiss it as something that's just kind of a thing you'd use at home or something you'd get a little kid or something like that. But the thing that has changed my mind about it is just when I sat down and turned it on and played it and actually heard it in person. I don't know what kind of voodoo they did with this speaker design here, but first of all, it's a 15-watt amplifier that somehow they've managed to build into the body of the guitar. Then there's the speaker, and then there's all the other electronics and that kind of stuff that makes it work with the controls and that kind of thing. But this thing sounds like the best modern Bluetooth speaker you could possibly get, where it has that expanded bass range and the high-end detail. It's not like a guitar amplifier, but it's more like a full range speaker that you would use to listen to. And that gives this guitar in person a sound that I would argue is actually even better than some regular guitar amps, like the little practice amps you would get. This guitar by itself sounds better than those. Obviously, this would be a perfect guitar to go out and do some busking with, you know, standing on the street corner, playing in a lobby somewhere, or you can do the equivalent of sitting around the campfire with your acoustic guitar, but instead of an acoustic guitar, you bring one of these guitars and you crank up the distortion and you shred. What a pleasant surprise that will be for the nice little family in the campground next door. The battery, of course, is built into the guitar. You charge it with this USB port down here, and you just take this, and that's it. That's all you need. All the tweaking of the controls and stuff, you've got these different presets you can select. You do that all with this big knob right here. And something that's cool about the controls is the pickup selector switch is totally standard. This knob down here is a standard volume knob for the guitar itself, and then the kind of big flat knob, that controls the presets. And the thing is you kind of have two volume controls. You've got the guitar volume, and then you've got the preset volume. So you can keep the guitar volume all the way up, right? And it's like, you know, that's your full pickup output, the pickup volume, but you can have the preset turned way down. Or you can do it the other way around. You can have the speaker and the amplifier cranked all the way up, but then turn the volume on the guitar down, and it brings down the output of the pickups, and it responds exactly how you would expect it to. The other specs of the guitar are pretty well thought out. It's got a 2-point tremolo with a push-in arm, hum, single pickup arrangement. These are ceramic pickups. 24 frets, which I absolutely love. These are the rounded ball-end frets, very nicely finished. Kind of tall, skinny frets, but they feel really good. They're finished really well. It's got the truss rod adjustment down here in the neck pocket. The body and the neck on this guitar, this is made of carbon fiber. It's not going to be affected at all by humidity and temperature changes like a regular wood-bodied guitar would. And you might think that with the amplifier and the speaker and all this stuff built into the body of the guitar, you might think that this would be heavy, but it's not. I weighed this one. It was like 7.3 pounds, so pretty standard weight for a Strat-shaped guitar like this. And that's the other thing, actually. I really like the body shape of this here. It's kind of Stratty, but the horns are sharper and they're kind of brought in a little bit. So you have really Really wonderful fret access on this. Now, the other big thing, right, is wouldn't it be cool if you could use this as a guitar for practicing when you don't want to bug anybody else, but you don't want to plug into an amplifier? So this has a headphone out jack on here, and that silences the main speaker in the guitar when you plug that in. So you can use all of the presets and effects and the high gain sounds from the guitar, but just run it through your headphones, and the whole thing is self-contained. You never have to plug in to anything else. Now, I'll pop up some more information on the screen about this, but the app that goes along with the guitar, in some ways it's pretty standard, but it lets you edit the presets, which you can find by adjusting the big knob on the guitar. You can edit them, and you can add effects, change the tone of the guitar, EQ, all that stuff in here. Okay, so like I said, guys, the big selling point, I think, of this guitar is how convenient it is and how good it sounds. So let's get a little bit more into the demo of this guitar. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you two different kind of audio recordings. One is going to be the actual in-person live sound of this guitar, just recorded through the mic I'm using to talk here. And then I'm also going to plug it into the headphone out jack and record that, so you can hear the differences between the in-person sound and then the headphone sound and everything. And if you're going to like record with the guitar, you can use the standard guitar output, the 1/4-inch plug, which this guitar absolutely still has. You could use that into a traditional amplifier, or you can record just straight out of the headphone jack and get a really nice, clean studio sound. Okay, so let's listen to this, but of course, guys, real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new guitars and staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay? Normally I would say let's plug this in, but we don't even have to do that. Let's just listen to it. Okay guys, so you heard the sounds there, and again, I was giving you two different things. One is the headphone, like the direct recorded sound, and the other one was the in-person sound. And that gives you the sounds that are built into the effects and the sort of the software that's in the guitar. But remember, it still has a traditional 1/4 inch out like any other guitar. So if you've got your rig at home and you want to be able to plug into that, you can absolutely still use that. In that way, it's still a traditional guitar. Now, these guitars sell for $5.99. You can get them just about everywhere. I'll put links down in the video description below. But of course, what you're getting is the guitar itself, and it also comes with a very, very nice gig bag right here. So yeah, like if you're gonna busk or something with this, or take it to go over and jam at your friend's house or something, you've got the case, you've got the guitar, you've got pretty much everything you need. Now the other thing that I should mention here is there is this super cool, very sleek foot switch, wireless foot switch, which you can get for the guitar. This is an optional add-on. And this, again, it works with the guitar, it works with the amp, so you can use the traditional foot switch instead of the knob on the guitar. You can use this to scroll through your presets and everything, and you can assign buttons to it through the app. It really kind of opens up the convenience and lets you use kind of more options. And don't get me wrong, this is really cool. And I think if you're using this to practice at home or a rehearsal, something like that, then of course having the foot switch makes sense. However, I think the coolest thing about the guitar is that you don't have to bring anything else with you. You can go play an amplified electric guitar without bringing anything else besides the guitar itself. So you don't have to bring effects. You don't have to bring an amplifier. You don't have to bring a cable. That, to me, is what makes this guitar so cool. So yeah, the foot switch, I think, is a cool little add-on, and it does expand the capabilities of what you can do with it, especially if you're really using the app a lot. But having said that, I don't think the foot switch is absolutely essential. Okay guys, there you go, the ENYA Inspire Smart Guitar. Don't be fooled by the marketing or anything like that. This is not a toy. It's a real guitar that just lets you do a lot of really cool things that you can't do with traditional guitars. Let me know what you think of the sound and just the overall idea of a modern guitar with a built-in amplifier like this. Okay guys, thanks a ton for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.